Fear. Do you know that fear can paralyze you and fear can put you in the hospital? Talking about this heartbeat, when you see someone, you're too scared to talk to the person. I have faced it, but I will tell you how I overcome it on this video. But the problem is for you to stick to it, to catch some words on this video so that you can implement it in your life, to find a way to stop it to yourself. You are the one that had the problem, but I am the one that have overcome it. So it's left for you to learn from this video. Now, this is a real story of me. I wanted to date a one girl. Not that I have not dated a girl, but I have dated a girl. Or that one, I will actually say that is a mistake. But this one is the one that I am rightly, truthfully aware of. I want to date her. I love her. I want to date her. Now, when I'm like 12 to 11 years old, I used to see this girl at church, you know, but I will not approach her because she's still on teenager. But she's still on teenager now, but kind of like a small kid. That I'm looking at her every time that I go. Every time I'm looking at her, every time that I come to church, I will always put my focus on her. Even though my mom carried me at her palms, but I will still look at her every time. Now, fast forward to 15 to 16 years, I am willing to date this girl. I wanted to date her, but the heartbeat comes. If I see her, I really wanted to date her, but if I see her coming, approaching, the heartbeat becomes boom, 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 boom. The heartbeat arrives. I will become scared. See what my man always told me, that I had nothing to tell this girl, so I should let it slide, not talking to her. Let me left her go. But she knows what I'm about to do, what I'm about in, and she also knows that I want her. I want to date her. She knows, and she is scared of telling me too. So fast forward some couple of months, this girl was really in love with me, but I was falling off. The reason I was falling off is that heartbeat is disturbing me a lot. It make me some of things that I should be approaching, but that heartbeat, if it comes, bro, I will be too many scared of doing it. My friends will be around me, pushing me to do it, but I couldn't. Because if I do it, I might fall in something that I would not like in the future. But that time, I hold God red-handed. I always tell my God, if this girl is the right one to approach, anytime that I want to approach it, if I approach it, I believe that you are the one that make me to approach it. But nevertheless, one day I actually approached the girl. She already know that I wanted to approach her. Now, the time I approach her, I tell her some certain words. The way she responds is like I am waiting too long to approach her. Like I am too scared. Like I know what I'm supposed to be doing to her, or I know the time that I should approach her, but I didn't. She is like, why can't you approach me at the right time? But the time that I have to approach her, the time that I approach her is the time that I have to get approached her. But I get so many annoyed by all these scary moments I have in my life. Now I finally know how to approach her, and I approached her. She started talking so weird. She said using word on me, like why I shouldn't approach her, but I don't know. I can't remember the word that she used on me, but I let that slide. Next day, I look for her and I approach her again. Guess what I told her? I told her that I wanted to book a date with her. See what she told me. She is interesting about the date, but see what she told me. She told me that she didn't have a chance. See, the girl that I see it and approach her, she did have a chance, but she denied that she didn't have a chance. But you know what? I let it slide. Next day, I approach her again. The day I approached her, I was very, very not shy again because I have approached her too many times. So I shouldn't be scared. No heartbeat on it. But now I think that she is the one that faces the heartbeat because the time that I approach her, she always find a way to let it slide so that I couldn't talk to her. But the last time that I approached her, I was very, very happy. And that I approached her, see what she told me. She told me that I'm wasting my time. Not that I'm wasting my time, but that I waste time to approach her. Because the last time that I approached her, I told her about dates. But she did deny, say that she didn't have a chance. So I told her that whenever time that I have a chance, that I will come again and approach her again. But she did that thing, say that she didn't have a chance. So why should I approach her when she said that she didn't have a chance? Why should I approach her? I let her slide. I didn't approach her. Now she's worried about last time that I approached her. I told her to have a date and she did deny it, saying that she didn't have a chance. Why should I approach her? Now is the mostly interesting about the story. After the last approach, she told me that I did waste time, that I didn't compromise like I said. Like in me, like that time in me, I feel like I was the person that didn't fulfill my promises. While I was the one telling her to meet for a date, but she did deny. Why should I feel so denied? I tried my best, so why should I feel so denied? But what got me though is I was willing not to talk to her again to find out who is scared. I am scared too because if I see her, I'm still facing the heartbeat. But what did happen is I just let it out of my mind. Say that I'm not going to approach her again. The one that is going to approach each other is her because she is interested about the relationship with her, with me and her. She is very interesting. I have seen it in my eyes. So human can see interact with eyes. So I have seen it and I know what she wants. So she is the one that we approached. And if she approached, she will apologize. But what didn't happen is she end up not really approaching. But she end up not approaching. You know what? I let it slide. I said in my mind, just remove it in my mind. Now it's time to get focus. It's time to get focus on what I wanted to be in life. So whenever she sees me now, I'm serious, not looking at her, but she looking at me, but I'm not looking at her. I'm ready now. If she wanted to have a boyfriend, let's say go and have a boyfriend. After that time, what I'm saying in my mind when I see her, instead of having the heartbeat, I'm saying I'm not interested again. After all, I'm not interested again because I'm not going to approach her anyway, anyhow, unless something happens. I really wanted to approach her again because but the time I will approach her, I will not be scared again because it is game of luck now. If I approach her and she accepts it, or if I approach her, she didn't accept. And if she didn't accept, woman is in this whole world, or else. But I love her. But I think you have learned from this what I have spread now and the story I have told about my life. So if you love it, give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and subscribe to this channel because I believe that you will learn more in the future.